Let's go to our final topic of tonight, and that is Square Enix.
Yay.
Square is going to have, I would say an interesting showing at E3, but they're also going to be at the Summer Games Fest, which that whole list that they put out was a bit surprising. But I also assume that anyone on that list could also be providing like a 2-minute trailer or something. You know,
it can also be part of E3.
What?
The actual Summer Game Fest is essentially 4 tent poles. It's the pre-show, the Ubisoft show, EA. So it could still technically entail what is during E3's 4 days.
That sounds like a cop-out.
Yeah, anyway, okay. Anyway, because they're going to do a live show. They're going to kick off June 10th, right?
That's one of the 10 poles. So technically the list of participants do not have to partake in the kickoff show.
Oh, okay. Because I figured Sony would be there because they're not at E3, but Sony could do their own event that would fit into that technically.
Technically, I guess there could be a state of play during this time, and then Jeff can tweet it. And so
he's doing that thing where he's pointing at it. He's like, that's part of Summer Game Fest right there.
Yeah, it's not to say that Sony does not have something in the kickoff show, but it doesn't necessarily dictate that what you saw on the list will be there.
Glad this isn't confusing or anything.
Why are we having Summer Games Fest this year? E3's back, Jeff.
I know.
What are you doing, man?
We gotta bring Keely on so we can grill him.
Kill it up right now.
Shoot it.
Oh boy. Yeah, Jeff can come on. Sure, him and Sean, I'm sure would have quite the conversation. Okay, so Square. Okay, so let's just say for now, Square is going to have a show at E3. We'll just go with that, right?
Square has an event in June. They haven't dated it. They have not given an actual date or time.
Yes. Okay. So it appears like it was named, like the ESA named Square, right, as one of the participants.
Technically, all that has to mean is that they have a presence. So they could have, they could just be at someone else's. Like, let's use Microsoft just as an example. I'm not saying they're there, but they could have a game at the Microsoft show.
Sounds like Square's there.
Square is part. No. I am not saying that. Just hypothetically. Like Life is Strange could be at Microsoft show.
Confirmed.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. They did E3 shows last time, and it was pretty good. So let's just say they're gonna do a show. All right.
Yes.
Okay. What do you think they're gonna? What do you think Square's gonna show up with this year at E3?
A fantastic showing of software.
Okay, I like that.
I am most excited about Square out of any company for E3.
Interesting. Okay, so Square is the one you're keeping on. So, do you think we'll see updates to Babylon's Fall, for example?
Yes.
All right, Nate. What about Project Triangle Strategy?
Why not give us an update? We had the demo. We gave some feedback. Let's see a new trailer.
Okay, let's cut to the chase. All right, because there's the new Final Fantasy game that's being rumored. All right.
Yeah.
It's apparently going to be a Sony exclusive, I guess, or PlayStation's funding, or they're throwing money around. All right. It's below the tier, I guess, of Final Fantasy 16, right? Is how I understand it, but it's above the tier of World of Final Fantasy.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, how do you feel about this rumor here, Nate? What are you thinking about this?
I've commented on this rumor. It is a new direction for the Final Fantasy franchise. I will not go.
So this is an actual this is an actual thing.
Yeah, it's very real.
Oh, yeah. I thought we were just pretending it's a rumor. Okay, so anyway, let's.
It's a kart racer.
It's
a
visual
novel.
It's going to be a visual novel. All right.
It's going to excite people. It will excite a decent amount of people. I'm looking forward to this very much, and I can't wait for it to be revealed and see people's reactions.
Holy
Final
shit.
Fantasy.
So they've done 3 kart racers. They did 3 racing games from Final Fantasy. It's going to be that, isn't it? It's going to be some bullshit.
Is it an RPG?
It has RPG elements, yes.
It's a shooter.
Wait, but it has RPG elements. Okay, that's too broad.
20 questions.
Is it going to? It's Dirge of Cerberus. Wait, bring it back, Dirge of Cerberus.
I have a couple. Just 2 more questions. Just 2 more questions. Okay, RPG elements. Anything can have RPG elements. So, is it in third-person view, as in you can see your character walk around?
Yes.
Oh my god! Okay, this is a video game, boys.
It's a Sony exclusive. Of course, it's an over-the-shoulder game.
It's like a law. It's gonna be on our console.
What if it's like the Star Wars game, Fallen Order? What if it's a Final Fantasy in that style?
Oh my god! I would lose my fucking mind. Okay,
is it like Fallen Order, Nate?
So a Souls-like.
Okay, so all right, so
I didn't mean to actually be right.
here's the question: is it going to be at E3, or do you think it'll just be? I assume it's going to be a state of play. Like
I
away
know it
from
will
all
be
this.
revealed in June, whether it's E3 or
Oh, okay.
Where's
state
this
of
rumor
play. I know
coming
it's in June.
What's
It's
the source
inside
of
the
this,
house.
What's the source of this rumor? Where did this rumor?
It's from Reset Era.
Okay, from Reset. Okay, I'm just setting up a clickbait video. That's all. So you got
Okay, yeah.
So
I
User on Reset Era made mention that there is a PlayStation 5 exclusive Final Fantasy game being announced in June. I later commented on it that it is a new direction for the franchise and it will excite people. And that's as far as I'm going to go on it.
my God,
but
I'm losing
it's
my,
not
I'm
up to
losing
the
my
level
mind.
of 16. It's not up to the level of 16. So
No.
if it's a new direction, that means it's not a third-person RPG action adventure like a Kingdom Hearts or like a Final Fantasy. It's not, or Final Fantasy 15. So it's got to be something different. So it's got to be like what Jordan said.
Oh,
This is the better question.
It's going to
This
be
is the
like
better
Heavy
question.
Rain.
Is it?
Oh,
he said-
finally.
are you sure it's not going to make fans mad?
Ooh, that's a good.
Everything makes a fan mad, so it's
Yeah,
going
but
to
it's
piss off somebody.
Well, what about me? So I'm the biggest Final Fantasy fan, but I definitely I like the RPG tropes. I like tactics and stuff. Am I gonna coom?
I was hoping it'd be tactics, but we have Project Geometry over there, so I don't really need.
Yeah,
don't
you got
need tactics.
trigonometry for the Switch, so you don't need another tactic.
I do though. You're surprised I actually do. I need more tactics.
Maybe it's just a shooter. Maybe it's just a first person or
this is-
third person shooter.
this
Final
is
Fantasy.
This is definitely an action adventure, like more. Like
That's what I'm
action-
thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, like a single player action adventure type of route game.
It's all my
with some
hopes and dreams.
Not an RPG, but with some elements in there. It's definitely that, like a Fallen Order or something like that. It has to be.
Well, with
Or is
has
it a
to be.
pachinko machine?
well, that's inevitable
God,
too.
that is a new direction.
but with
And it
all
will
this
piss
Final
off some
Fantasy
fans.
stuff,
I
we'll
mean,
have this new game. We'll have 16. You know,
And
when are we
Endwalker.
getting When are we getting this part 2 to the remake?
Ooh.
When is 17? When is
I feel like we're gonna hear about
17
that. We'll probably hear about that like next year or something. That's right.
Depends the type of marketing cycle they want to do for it. I'd say if they want to do a limited marketing cycle, then yeah, it would be probably like next summer, depending on how short they want to make this window. But we have Intergrade coming out
Yeah.
the week of E3.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
why I was
why-
thinking it's gonna be next
well,
year.
I mean, what I'm hoping for is I wish, because there's so much curiosity about Remake Part 2, and a lot of people don't even know. I hope they just say the title or something of just like, yes, Part 2 is on the way. Another just Sephiroth's feather floating down and saying the next chapter is in development. Like even that.
Now, is this Final Fantasy game that's coming out, this exclusive one, is it more along the lines of a potential like the more futuristic stuff with like cars and sci-fi elements, or is it going to be more like 16 with more of the fantasy element? Because those are two different distinctions that they've been doing recently.
You've used up all your questions.
Oh,
Another
yeah.
magic lamp.
That 8-ball, yeah.
no.
Mate, I have
okay.
another question. So, is there going to be another brand new IP from Square that's not in the Final Fantasy universe at all that we don't know about? That
At E3?
yeah, sure.
I don't know the entire show. I only know a select few things.
Okay.